Okay, so the feedback and the review, the last two processes of the assessment pack, I'm going to do in one video because it's both very, very short. Now, okay, let's start with the feedback. We've done the planning, we've done the prepare, we've done the conduct where we've completed the different assessments with the learner. We've done the judgment to find out if the learner is competent or not yet competent. But now we need to provide feedback to the learner again. I'm going to switch again over to the actual document. We can just see clearer. So, and remember, one of the big problems is when the learners go to the theater and they want to complain. One of them, the common reasons they're going to say is, listen, I never got feedback from the training provider. I never told me anything. I didn't even know what I did wrong. So, one of the first, most important things that you must remember is to collect evidence or confirmation that the learner received his feedback. So feedback, if you can send it to him. You can sign a document, or send a document. He must fax it back. I don't know if that's going to actually work. Um, you can send him an email and ask him to reply to the email to say he received it. Otherwise, you can do it by telephone, but then you need to record it. There's different ways to do it. So, but most important part is I need proof that the learner received it. The second thing that we need to remember is feedback needs to be properly given. So at least half a page or a nice paragraph, I would say. And the third thing that we need to concentrate on is, whenever you get a letter from the bank and they say, thank you for being a valued client, blah, 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 blah. However, you are still behind on your payments. We call that the strength and the weaknesses. So, to also promote lifelong learning and to motivate the learner to complete it. So, the first opening part of the paragraph will always be something positive. Thank you for participating in this learning program. I can see that you made a real effort in compiling your work, blah, blah, blah. Whole sense, maybe 2-3 sentences on that. And then we go over there to the middle part where we say, however, you had some things wrong. Now, I don't want to demote the learner. I want to motivate the learner to complete it. So I will tell him there in a summary. Remember, you're not the trainer. We're not doing training now. You just tell him he was trained. He was supposed to practice. He was supposed to come prepared to you. So don't take the role of the trainer on now. But I want to tell him, listen here, I feel that you need more practice on the sweet spot. Go and practice at least another week on a sweet spot before you can attempt to be reassessed, at least. So give him some guidelines there. So that's the 3 rules with feedback. The first part is I need proof that the learner received it. The second part is at least a nice paragraph to half a page long. And the third part is concentrate first on the strength, the positive, and then the weaknesses. Okay, now help document, we also put it out there for you. And then we want to go to the last part, the review part. Remember, that's where we deregister the assessors. That's correct. When the paperwork goes to the theater and they say, listen here, we are not happy with the paperwork, half the documents wasn't completed and half the things was not there. You're not there to defend yourself. So that's basically the part of the review. We want to make sure that all the signatures are there, all the paperwork is 100% correct before you hand it back to the training provider. And then also, every time a learner must be reassessed, it costs the training provider extra money and it delays the whole thing. So the training provider wants to know what is wrong with these learners. Why don't they make it? So, with an assessment, you pick up certain things. For example, you can pick up that all the learners failed on the same question. So I don't think that is the learner's fault. That is probably the trainer's fault. He didn't train them properly. So then you can put it there in the report. Or you can say in the assessment guide, there's a lot of mistakes and you find it sloppy. So they love your feedback and they want to go back and see what they can improve on and, fix it. Now, a lot of people will ask again, is this a waste of time to complete this feedback? Not really, because if the moderator, when we get through the moderator's course, we're going to learn when the moderator pick up an assessment file, you always look at the last page first, the comments from the assessors before you even start the moderator's process. So no, it doesn't go in deaf ears. People do listen, and it is going to help to improve the actual program and to make sure that our learners are more the success rate of the competency is higher.